I think that's a great point. There's 2 points to be made about Spencer. One, it's really early, so the fastball velocity, I know that's the number that a lot of people did some shade here at Cool Today Park. Strider in the wind, and the 1-0 is lofted out towards shallow left field and down for a base hit. So Simpson on the second pitch of the ball game is able to shoot one to left field, and he's got a leadoff single. A 1, and Lux drives one out to deep right center field. Eli White going back near the warning track. Him and Harris come together. White makes the catch. He loses his cap as he falls onto his back. Harris ran him over. Simpson rushes back to first base. It was cymbals crashing together on the warning track in right center. Simpson hops around. Strider picks that way and picks him off. Simpson was caught leaning. 3-2 from Strider. Fortes hits a bouncing ball to second base, hit pretty sharply. It'll be taken on twin hops by Wisely. He gets his man. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left. 1 Oklahoma drill in right center field. 1-2, Dubon tied up, and he's handcuffed for strike 3. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Again, the changeup. And that has defeated the first 2 Braves that Martinez has faced today. That is crushed out to deep center field. Mullins going back at the track, at the wall. Goodbye. Matt Olson strikes first, and the Braves claim an early 1-0 lead. Olson's third of the spring, and Riley takes off the outside ball 4, and it's a pair of full count walks worked by the Braves in the first inning. Popped up, spinning off the third base line, crossing over Logan Davidson, running all the way to the sidewall. He reaches out with a backhand. He's able to make the catch.
Jonathan Aranda and Junior Caminero.
0-2. On the outside corner, it froze Mullins. Now the 1-2, it's the fastball, and it's bounced out to first base. Gold Glover Matt Olson has it off his left. He'll cruise to first base and step there in front of Melton. Mix all these personalities. The 1-2 is punched on a line through the right side, a base hit. Runner takes off, and it's bounced past Strider. Wisely racing toward his left with a backhand flip to first base. And a nice play by Brett Wisely. 2-2. And White reaches for it, pokes it out towards short, snapping it up. Williamson on one bounce. His throw beats White by half a step.
Better one this year.
Smith on this 2-1, cracks a liner to second base, and Gavin Lux climbs the ladder to rob him of a hit. Rocks back and forth, comes home with a 2-2, and Wisely hits a slow chopper up along first. Glove there by Valade. He gets to first in time, and Martinez bounces back with a 1-2-3 inning. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. That's the slider that time. 6 feet tall righty brings it home, and Valade with a defensive swing bounds this out to the right side. Wisely kicked it off the heel of his glove, tried to recover, and then slapped it with the palm of his hand about 5 feet away from him. 1-2. Simpson strikes out swinging. That's the curveball. 2-2. Check swing by Lux. He went around, and Strider strikes out the side in the third over the last few years. 2-2. On the outside corner, landed a slider. Martinez is 2-2. And Baldwin stares at strike 3. Myself. 1-2. Swing and a miss. And Martinez, after allowing a homer to Olson, comes back to strike him out in the third. Struck out the side in the third, starts the fourth. A fastball that's lofted into right field. Eli White moving toward the line and, more importantly, away from Michael Harris, makes the catch. 3-0. Mullins taking all the way, takes high, ball 4. 0 for 2 in these situations today. Melton hits a towering fly ball into left field. Yastrzemski locks onto it, now backs up a few steps and makes the catch over his shoulder. 1-2. He gets his man. Williamson down on strikes. Payoff pitch. Riley takes ball 4. It's Cam Boozer, and Boozer has faced the Braves in this spring. Holds the bat behind his navy blue helmet with the white batting gloves. Boozer drives home. Yastrzemski strikes out swinging, and the bat is dislodged from his hands, goes halfway up the first base line. After Harris, now a slider is popped up, foul ground first base side. Valade staring into the sun, adjusts his course, reaches up and makes the squeeze. Now Eli White, slightly open stance from the right side. He swings and drives one in the air. Deep left field with the wind pushing it back toward the track. Henry Malloy shielding the sun. He cannot see it. It bounces on the warning track, climbs over the wall. It's a ground rule double. Riley comes across the plate, We'll see if he'll be pointed back to third base. He was running with 2 outs. White back to second. Now the home plate umpire, Will Little, will point Riley back to third. The pitch. Smith pops this up into left field. Henry Malloy gliding toward left center. This time he sees it, and he reaches up to make the catch. Instead, it's Raisel Iglesias on relief. 2-2. He blows it by Justin Henry Malloy. 0-2. See what he goes to. It is drilled out to left center field on a fastball. Yastrzemski racing back toward the wall. It's off the base of the wall. And Davidson has himself a stand-up double. Justin Henry Malloy, the 0-2, muscled off the fists in a shallow left center field. Dubon is going out. Harris is coming in. It will hold up for the center fielder, Michael Harris. He'll make the chest-high catch. That's where he was for much of his tenure with the Braves. Before that, 0-1, and Simpson barrels one. Deep right center field. White back to the warning track. He'll make the running catch. This time crossing behind Michael Harris the second.
Right-hander Brian Baker, 6'6", 235 pounds.
1-0, and that's cranked. Deep right field. This is a screaming shot. Back toward the wall. Goodbye. Brett Wisely hits one out in a hurry. And the Braves, with a pair of solo shots, lead this game 2-0. Do you even really get to know your teammates? 1-0, and Dubon strikes one toward right center field. Mullins sprinting into a dive, and he made the catch. Picked that off the carpet. Braves back on the board in the bottom of the 5th. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Baldwin down on strikes for the 3rd time today. 0-2 pitch on Olsen. Shoots one out towards center field. Mullins hustling in, can't get there. Matt Olson with a 2-out single. First one from Baker, and Riley breaks his bat, flips this into shallow right field. This is a long run and a diving attempt by Melton. He can't get it. It rolls behind him. A pinch runner is charging around third. He will score, and the Braves lead 3-0. 0-1 on Yaz. And Yaz muscles one to shallow center. Mullins sprinting in. He won't get there. Green light for Conley. He will rumble around third and score. And the Braves add another. 2-0 count and the pitch. Popped up again toward the third base line. Logan Davidson shielding the sun. It's a battle. Davidson reaches up and makes the catch. The pitcher on the hill for Atlanta's Martin Perez. 2-2. Lux down swinging. Austin Riley and Mike Yastrzemski. 0-2. Popped up behind home plate. Brookman takes off the mask. He'll make the call. He'll make the catch. Perez comes home. And the 1-0 is clicked off the end of the bat, dribbling slowly out to Cal. He attempts a bare hand pick and just overran it. The 3-0. Again, Olivares hinges at the hips and takes ball 4. 2-0. That is launched out to left center field. Sprinting back Espinoza at the track. He looks up. It's gone. Ben Williamson launches a 3-run home run, and the Rays are within a run in the top of the 6th. It's 4-3 Atlanta. Perez with a high leg kick, drives home. 0-1, hit right under his glove. Back at second base, Brett Wisely is there with a backhand stab and a throw on time to first base.
Pitcher for the Rays, left-hander Ian Seymour.
Over in right field. Pitch from the lefty, and this is barreled out towards straightaway center field. That'll be out number 1 for Tampa Bay now. 1-1. Looped out toward left field. That'll splash in, base hit. Tom Smith goes the opposite way for a 1-out single. That's Dallas Macias as Wisely muscles one up in the air. Foul ground, third base side. Braden Taylor, the new third baseman, crossing over. He'll make a running catch. Dominican Republic. Runner goes. Levins throw down to second base, and Macias is out. A bunch of changes mixed in for Atlanta. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Martin Perez.
Thankful to be there.
3-2. Isaac rolls it back up the box, and that'll breach center field. Base hit for Xavier Isaac with one down. Isaac at first, 0-2, and he froze him. Blake Sabol stares at strike 3. That's not what they're accustomed to. 0-1. Dribbled up along the first base line. Verdun able to cradle it. That was all he could do, and that was enough. He'll turn around, step on first base, retire Kinney. He's given an entirely different team. 2-2, Hill swings and misses, but it gets away from the catcher, Levins, and Hill sprints to first base, and he'll get there. 1-2, Brookman swings and misses and strikes out. Upright stance for Verdun. He'll dribble one out to second. Kinney has to charge, now waits for it, scoops it up and throws him out. 1-2. Conley lifts the arms and takes strike 3. Caught the inside corner. Now all the weapons available to Martin Perez. The lefty rocks and fires. 11 strikes out swinging. 34. He'll turn 35 shortly. There's a bunt put down by Overn. It's a good one. Vacating first base is Verdun. He won't have a play. Austin Overn bunts his way to first base. Now Carson Williams. Overn runs. Williams takes a pitch outside. The throw gets away from Ambioris Tavares, the new second baseman. It rumbles out toward Lisandro Espinosa, and Overn is into third base. 90 feet away from tying it up. 2-0 pitch with 2 down. In the air toward left field. Moving toward left center, Brewer Hicklin has it in the crosshairs. He makes the catch. 4-3 Atlanta. 7 hits for either side. Braves have committed 2 errors today. 1-2. Hicklin check swing. He went around. Levins tags him out.
It'll be right-hander Luis Guerrero, 6 foot, 215 pound.
That's from the right side. Breaks his bat and sends a fly ball toward left center field. That'll splash in. Base hit. Right in front of Connor Heisek and Austin Overn. 4-3 Braves, 2-0 pitch. And Guanipa sends a bouncing ball up the middle. Kenny stabs at it. It kicks off his glove and goes into center. Espinosa will score, and the Braves do find their insurance run. It's 5-3. 2-2. Lasered towards center field. It's hanging up. Overn moves in a few steps to make the shoulder-high catch. His success against him last year. 2-2. Went back to the cutter and gets Tavares swinging. Martin Perez back to work against Connor Heisek. Here's the lefty's pitch. Bounced over the mound to the left of second base. Tavares had trouble getting it out of his glove, but then throws on the run in time. 1-2. Taylor strikes out swinging. That's 12 strikeouts for Braves pitching today. Spencer Strider had 5 over 4 scoreless. Xavier Isaac lost one out toward short. A running catch made by John Hill. And the Braves lead wire to wire in a 5-3 victory over the Tampa Bay Rays on Wednesday afternoon at Cool Today Park.